takeaways that you're going to be taking from the courses that you've learned so far?
Yes. So I've done a lot of the single day training courses through QP already. And one of the most valuable things is speaking and discussing events and experiences with the other participants.
And I would love to see more members get involved with anything, whether it's start out on a small committee. We want to see,
Can you tell us a little bit about what you've learned here this week?
It's a great learning experience, and as long as I've been around and involved, I'm still learning.
This is Iris Lloyd, President of QP New Brunswick.
I'm Chris Watson, President of the New Brunswick Federation of Labor.
Hi, my name is Brian Watson, former President of QP New Brunswick.
Wes Wills, Local 380 Vice President.
I'm Shelby Dodge, President of Local 3226.
Karen Tier, President of the New Brunswick Council of Nursing Home Unions.
I'm Jamie Agnew, and I'm the President of QP Local 963. Representing New Brunswick Liquor Store, retail, and warehouse workers.
I'm Sherry Hillier, President of QP Newfoundland and Labrador, and General Vice President for the Atlantic Maritimes.
I'm Cheryl Ann Keown, and I also sit on Local 805.
Quay, hello. This is Kathy Johnson, President of QP 5446.
Hi, my name is Dorinda Smith. I'm from Local 813.
I'm Teresa McAllister, Provincial President of QP 2745 Educational Support Staff.
Bonjour, ici Alain Soucy, membre du SCFP, Syndicat canadien de la fonction publique.
Hey everyone, this is Candace Rennick, QP's National Secretary Treasurer.
Hey, this is Mark Hancock, QP National President.
And I'm Nicholas Lund, and you are listening to The Member's Voice.
Attention all CUPE members. This is the Canadian Union of Public Employees. Attention all CUPE members. Brian B.Y. Harris. This is Canadian Union of Public Employees. We are gathered today to transmit the final call for our colleague and brother, Brian B.Y. Harris, a proud member of the Canadian Union of Public Employees. Brian served his community with honor, compassion, and professionalism. Within CUPE, he was recognized as a leader and advocate, someone who stood up for his colleagues, supported his peers, and helped strengthen the voice of public service workers. He answered every call with calm, dedication, and humanity. He was a trusted partner in the field, a respected colleague, and a valued member of our CUPE family. To his family, he will always be remembered as a loving father and a source of pride. Brian, your watch is now complete. We will take it from here. Brother Harris, thank you for your leadership, your commitment, and your dedication. You are now released from duty. Rest in peace. End of transmission.
Wow. Wow. That was powerful stuff.
Yeah, powerful stuff. Still hard a little bit to make. I know he was a paramedic before. So, like, at the end of the video, I say, well, why not join the two and end that video when paramedic passed. So the final call. So I just modified the final call to adapt with the good QP leader he was. So
You did an amazing job with that. I don't have the words to. I can't get all the words out because I've already seen some of the video, obviously, but it's. I had a couple people stop by the studio earlier as they walked by, and they said that they were going to be watching tonight, and what BY had meant to them, and she just kind of gave me a little ha moment of a video she found of her and Jason. Her and Brian, and I just thought, like, she's gonna hold that, she's gonna cherish that, and why not? Because that was the impact that BY had on people, and that's the impact, and that's going to be the forever moment that people are going to remember, are all those opportunities of seeing him, whether it was at the QPMB conventions or whether it was at facilitating. BY was just an all-around wonderful person.
yeah, and again, as I already say, he was not only a QP brother, but he was a good friend, a confidant. And for those who know BY, like the financial piece, like no one in the entire province of the New Brunswick know the QP financial piece. So we lost a big, huge piece. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, we really did. Wes, you came across BY a time or two.
I didn't know BY very well, but I did talk to him briefly at a couple of our Keeping New Brunswick conventions, not last year. All I can really say, it's kind of a shocking loss for somebody so young, and I think I can speak for all of us. We really want to send our deepest condolences out to BY's family and friends. We're very, very sorry for your loss.
We have seen a number, Jason, of comments on Facebook, uploaded special images with the New Brunswick ambulance symbol. We have seen black ribbons. We have seen wonderful comments. I mean, absolutely beautiful comments to BY, his family, his friends, his co-workers, and as we say here in QP, this is one big family, and we're always there for each other. So, it's been a really difficult week, if you will, and to have the pleasure of being here with you, with Wes, and to present this to all of BY's family, it's a real pleasure. So, Jason, the little time that you were around BY is what can you tell us about his music talent? It was brought to my attention. I didn't know a lot about BY, and he was quite a musician.
Well, again, like I don't know a lot about BY too, like Wes. I know BY. I have a couple of conversations with him, but every time we go convention, AGM, education, and everything, and somebody talk about BY, like it was his talent about music, his passion about the music. Um, as we see on the tribute video, I guess you have a band in his life, and I see this week too, like 2 or 3 video him with his friend with his guitar and harmonica and have a good time. So I think that's a big, huge thing people are gonna miss about BY. Um, he was a good friend, good sport, a man who um, give a lot to all people, no matter what. I mean, where we could have a lot of fun, good conversation, and as you say, Nick, like the last week we saw a lot of good message on Facebook. Members share a couple of memories with him. So when you take all those things and you put in a big, huge bag, you could just put like BY, the best friend everybody could have. So it's a big loss for the labor movement of QP.
Huge loss. And I want to encourage anyone that's listening. As we have just switched providers with our studio, those who probably just noticed Ellie's comments and the things that Ellie had said, I would request that any comments that you want to make, please do, because it's our pleasure to share them here. We want everyone to understand that no one's alone in this because we're all feeling the ramifications of this, and we're all hurting the same. I want to give a quick story, not a story, it's a real life situation. Earlier this afternoon, I was contacted by Norma Robinson, the president of 1252, and also the first vice for QP New Brunswick, who contacted me from Germany and was just, I think she was overwhelmed that this show was going to be put on tonight. And she wanted to make sure that she didn't miss any of this. So, I certainly let her know that we had all gotten together, Jason, Wes, Chris, myself, and we had discussed how we could make this as honorable as one could, to just present the life and what BY meant to everyone. So, throughout this entire show, we want you to send your comments in on BY. We want to share them. We want everyone to know that no one's in this alone. Now, tell me something again about music. Somebody who really enjoys music, like yourself, Jason. Did you ever get a chance to play with BY? Did you guys ever discuss music?
No, that's one thing I didn't have chance to do. I saw him play his guitar when we go convention with some friends, but no, I didn't really have the chance to talk about music or play with him. But I know if I have the chance that time, it would be fantastic because that's a common point we have, me and BY. It's the passion of the music. So, but he's gonna wait for me, and I'm gonna take time when we're gonna meet back.
Well, I'm sure with you and I, we'll definitely come up with something else for the members' voice that you and I'll be able to do more of a discussion and maybe have more of our brothers, sisters, and comrades on in the future that can tell some stories. And we never want anyone to be forgotten. So again, that's the beauty of this show, is that we can keep their memory alive. And, we never want, if, anyone going through a hard time, and I cannot say this enough, reach out to someone. Never go through things alone. You don't have to. We are one strong family here, and we've all got each other's back. And that's the beauty of CUPE. I can only speak from CUPE's standpoint because this is the only union I've ever been in, and it's just full of love and gratitude and respect and honor. So, I mean that. Anything that's ever needed, reach out, talk to people. This is a hard thing for people to go through right now, and we feel for each and every one of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just like you say, Nick. CUPE, it's a big, huge family. It's not only about union. It's not only about work. It's not only about issues, government problem. The biggest point is the big family we are. Always there for each other, no matter what happened. So that's a huge, beautiful thing we have to be a CUPE member.
Yeah. It's just one of those things where it's so hard to segue to something else. I think maybe what we should do is we take a quick break. And when we come back, I'd like to have, a few more minutes. We can discuss about BY. And then, of course, again, hard to segue through these things, but I know that Matthew MacDonald, our Nova Scotia host, is going to be on the show shortly to discuss what is going on with the long-term care. We will get there when we get there. So I want everyone to hang tight so we can take a quick break. We come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about BY. So just stay tuned.
When St. John needs trusted, affordable, and fast automotive service, there's one name drivers count on Discount Tire and Automotive. Located at 255 Rothsay Avenue, they offer honest service from tires and brakes to general repairs. Customers choose them because they're quick, reliable, and upfront. For appointments, call 506-651-5723. Discount Tire and Automotive, keeping St. John rolling, one vehicle at a time. Proud official sponsor of the Member's Voice.
Quand Saint John a besoin d'un service automobile fiable, abordable et rapide, il y a un nom sur lequel les conducteurs comptent. Vos experts locaux qui gardent notre communauté en sécurité sur la route. Situé en plein cœur de la ville au 255 avenue Rothsay, Discount Tire & Automotive s'est bâti une réputation pour son service honnête et ses prix équitables. Que vous ayez besoin de pneus, d'alignement ou de travaux de frein, leur équipe offre des résultats professionnels. Ils sont rapides, fiables et transparents, juste un service solide en qui vous pouvez avoir votre confiance.
Solidarity. Strength in numbers. The power of the labor movement. Higgins Insurance is proud to support workers and stand with you. As the official sponsor of the Members' Voice Show, we are committed to our community. Call 1-866-273-2911 or visit higginsinsurance.ca for your free quote.
Higgins Insurance est fier de commanditer l'émission La Voix des membres. Solidaire avec vous, nous soutenons les travailleurs et le mouvement syndical. Visitez le www.higginsinsurance.ca ou appelez-nous au 1-866-263-2911. Obtenez votre soumission gratuite dès aujourd'hui. Higgins Insurance, au service du Canada Atlantique.
Okay, we are back here on the Members' Voice, and of course I am Nick, joined alongside co-host Wes Wills and new co-host Jason St. Onge. Jason, thank you again for this. I know it's not the way you want to debut on the Members' Voice, but truthfully, I'm not sure you could have got a better showing to be a part of such a big event like this to celebrate the life of such a great man.
And again, I just want to thank you, Nick, and the platform of the Members' Voice to give me the opportunity to be a part of your team. And again, I'm not afraid of work, so I think we're gonna have an amazing team here on the platform. And what else I could do is I love the work. I love all those kind of things, the media, the kicky stuff. So I'm proud to be a part of that amazing team. And again, thank you again, Nick, and the team to give me that opportunity to be here with you. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, we couldn't be happier. It's almost like this is where you're meant to be, here with us here in the Members' Voice. Your talent is it doesn't go unnoticed. You know, I just happened to see it for the first time at NBC NHU, and I knew then that like, man, you've got some talent, and I want to expose it on the show because like they saw earlier, that video that you put together, as much as I love the videos I put together, I couldn't have even come close to a video that was that touching and that beautiful that you put together for BY. Man, you know, I'm sure that you have been talking to a lot of people, and you must be hearing so many memories about BY and just so many different stories.
Yeah, like I talked to a couple of people this week, and some who were like very, very close to BY, and like good memories, music night, trip here and here with BY. Like people have a lot of good memories and a good word to say about that man. So some were kind of hard to hear, to heard, but again, you see the big connection BY have with every QP member or friends. So yeah, so we're gonna miss our brother BY, that's for sure.
You're absolutely right, man. And you know, like people can probably notice up in the left-hand corner is the picture that Jason put together, and also we kept it aired for 15 minutes prior to the show starting. And that was mainly because, again, what you all mean to us, to make sure that you could be a part of the show from the beginning to end. Easy for me to say. I wanted to make sure by going live, it would give you all the time to get there and be sure that you are on the screen and you're able to catch every moment. It was just coincidence that Facebook crashed literally 5 minutes before we went live. So thank God it came back up and we were able to share it. Yeah. So now, did you see I saw the obituary that came out. I believe that came out earlier this morning. I had a chance to read it earlier. It was well written. It was beautiful. So I know on behalf of the Members Voice and all of the hosts, producers, and anyone involved, our condolences are with those that matter most to BY, all of his friends, all of his family, his co-workers, anyone that he has touched that are, literally going through such a hard time. We're with you, and we are, you're in our prayers.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, that's a hard thing to get through. I want to thank you again, Jason, for all that work that you put in, and I can't thank you enough. I mean that.
Well, again, as I say to you a couple of times this week, last couple of days when I work on BY video, it was hard. It was tough. A couple of times I smiled to see his picture with a huge smile with his son, with his guitar in his hand or a drink. But if I could be honest, like at the end when I decide to do the final call, like a lot of tears come in my eyes, and I say, "Oh my God, do I really want that part in that video, or it's going to be too much?" But again, it was a hard part, but I think BY deserved every single thing. So I say no. Like we gonna say our goodbye in a good way and give him the tribute he deserved. So I say, well, we I finalized that video, and here we are tonight, and I hope every member on the live tonight, when they saw those picture, it light up some memories they have with BY in the past years. So again, I could just thank you, Nick, so much for that trust to do that video for BY. And again, I think we're twins in that part, like the ticky stuff, the video, the picture, and all those things. So I think we're gonna have a good collaboration in that part. So thank you again, and thank you to the team. So thanks a lot.
Be happier. We want to be here for everyone, and bringing you on is what's best. And I think we did do BY Harris a great justice here by producing this and putting this out for all of his family and friends and coworkers to see and remember that all the good and all the wonderful that he brought into their lives. It's such an important thing. So I'm very happy with this, and you know, I'm still getting messages from people who are saying we can't find the link because, you know, everything's acting up on the internet. Obviously, this show will still go up live just the way it is. We're not editing anything. We're not changing anything. But like I said earlier, this is not an easy thing to do to segue. But I do have an interview with the IBEW Local 1555 up in Moncton, and discussing the strike that is ongoing right now. So I would like to air that as we await for Matthew MacDonald to phone in to the show to discuss what is going on in Nova Scotia. Jason, are you going to remain on the show with us?
That's for sure. I'm still here.
Yeah, awesome. I love it. I don't want you to go, that's for sure. So we're going to air that, and I hope everyone enjoys it, and we'll be back. Literally, it'll be pretty quick. But here's the funny thing: is I, for whatever reason, didn't see it up there, so I'm literally putting it up there as we speak. So we're gonna play a quick commercial. When we come back, we're gonna air the IBEW 1555 with President James Hoffe. Believe me, that is the name, James Hoffe. That's what I said.
Looking for something bold, something custom, something built with real craftsmanship and a whole lot of personality? Then you need Charred Oak Designs, St. John's homegrown creators of handcrafted woodwork that turns everyday spaces into something unforgettable. Charred Oak Designs brings creativity into spray to every project. Whether it's for your home, your workplace, your union hall, or that perfect personalized gift, they take your idea and turn it into something you'll be proud to show off. Every piece is crafted with care, built to last, and finished with that signature charred oak touch. The kind of quality you only get when real people put real heart into their work. If you want something unique, something meaningful, something that stands out, you want Charred Oak Designs.
Vous cherchez quelque chose d'audacieux, de personnalisé. Quelque chose fait avec un vrai savoir-faire et beaucoup de personnalité. Alors vous avez besoin de Charred Oak Designs, les créateurs locaux de Saint-John d'œuvres en bois artisanal qui transforment les espaces ordinaires en quelque chose d'inoubliable. Des enseignes personnalisées aux pièces uniques qui racontent votre histoire. Ils prennent votre idée et la transforment en quelque chose dont vous serez fiers. Vous voulez Charred Oak Designs, commanditaire officiel de The Members Voice Show.
Carrick's Barber and Artwork at 27 Waterloo Street in Uptown St. John is where style, creativity, and pure talent collide. Because Carrick isn't just a great barber, he's a full-on artist. Every fade, every lineup, every cut is done with precision and personality, and his artwork is just as impressive. Bold, original pieces that bring color and attitude to any space. If you want a fresh look, a sharp cut, or custom art that stands out, Carrick delivers every time. Step into a shop with real skill, real vibe, and real creativity, Carrick's Barber and Artwork, where the cut is sharp and the art is even sharper.
I love that. That's where we were, Winnipeg. Yeah, that's right. That's it. Is that what you went? Yeah. That's awesome. Okay, guys, I am joined here on the phone now with James Hoffe, a president of IBEW Local 1555 out of Moncton. James, thank you for taking my call.
Not a problem. It's great to talk to you today.
Yes, it's a real honor to have you on the show to discuss what is going on, because it is gaining the attention of thousands of people across New Brunswick and the I'll say the outskirts, Nova Scotia, of course, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, Quebec. People are catching on. They're seeing what's happening. Can you tell us what is the latest and what led to this strike?
So Local 1555 has been in negotiation with their Electrical Contracting Association in New Brunswick since November. We've had slow meetings, delays, and just not really a fast-paced movement on trying to get a deal signed. And the Contractors Association has just pushed it to the point where they just don't want to give up any room for increased wage for fairness of what the workers we have out here and what's being seen around the area in Nova Scotia, in St. John, in PEI, in Cape Breton, all the work that's being done is they're not seeming to match what's being happening all over the Maritimes elsewhere.
And I think too, one of the biggest things is inflation is just going up like crazy, and not willing to match. I mean, I'm willing to argue that we have some of the best IBEW workers across Canada, and I know we're all mutual, and we all stand up for the same things. But we have some great electricians here, and hearing a 96% strike mandate from the union, to me, that is pretty much right across the board. I mean, they all understand their worth, and the fact that the government's even giving pushback is mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, so we did have that, actually it was a 97% strike mandate from our members to walk off the job. A big part of it is, yeah, we do have some of the best electricians out here. We do a lot of training to make sure that our guys are up to snuff and able to go out and do the job. And we do quite well in all the jobs we're doing, all the hospital work, classes with flying colors. The big DFO and the ASEC Center that we're doing has been great so far, and a slow start, but definitely pushing along. And it shows our job quality is up there. We get a lot of responses back of you guys are doing great work. And the members know that. And we want to see that same belief from our contractors, knowing that we're doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. And not to mention, too, the work-life balance and scheduling. I mean, let's talk about that for a minute, because we all know how demanding, the schedules can be for electricians. Is that something that's come up? The quality of life, it's not easy. I mean, that's retention issues right there.
So we do see that a lot. I've talked to and dealt with a lot of even non-union electricians out there, and really there's guys that are out there working 50, 60 hours a week and not even getting paid any overtime, as the New Brunswick laws are stating that it's time and a half of overtime of minimum wage for any overtime work over 44 hours. That's just not acceptable. So all of our members that are working here, anything over 40, they're getting time and a half or double time. And that's something we want to push. We want to make sure everybody has that work-life balance, because you can't do a good job if you've got a lot of stresses happening at home and you're not taking care of your own business at home.
No, and you're so right, because we all know that more often than not, we go home, we're stressed out, we're under pressure, and we're trying to be family men and women, and we're trying to spend time with our loved ones. And when you're stressed out and worried, pretty hard to do.
Yeah, exactly. So like a lot of that, we make sure like safety is a big forefront for all of our members. We want to make sure that like all the apprentices and everybody are looked after. Like even within our agreement now is we look at, like, we have a 2 journey persons to 1 apprentice kind of ratio. So that way there, all the apprentices are looked after. And then when we go out and look out in the field, I've seen cases where there's 1 journey person on site and six apprentices for some of those non-union shops that are out there, which causes a really big issue that a lot of guys don't understand. They're not being mentored. They're not having that safety. So somebody overseeing their work. and there's a lot of risk involved there. So the union brings that back, and we make sure that we're strong and making sure our apprentices come up through the ranks and they understand that they have a right and they have a voice to speak it, and they're able to step back and say, hey, I'm not safe in this job, so let's have a conversation.
And I always say that one of the great things about a trade is the journeymen are so important because they're the ones that are going to pass down the knowledge, the safety ideas, the safety regulations, everything that, yes, you are taught when you go to school, all these things, but it's different when it's coming from the journeyman, the person you're working side by side with, who's teaching you the industry. So, I mean, they're they're undervalued by maybe by the corporations, which is absolutely disgusting because they don't realize their value and everything that they offer to these young apprentices that are coming up.
I'm going
exactly. Yeah, we got to see our Red Seals electricians. They do bring a lot to the table in mentorship, in quality control, in making sure the job is done correctly, and managing the work and dealing with clients and dealing with the day-to-days for materials. And there's a lot that goes on every day that our Red Seal electricians in this local take care of, that it's just beyond what's expected, really.
We're breaking up.
100%. Now, James, where are we at today? So we know that you are out. The president of the Federation of Labor here in New Brunswick, Chris Watson, hit a couple of picket lines yesterday. He sent me some photos, all stuff that we're showing here on the show and during this interview. You guys can see it. But where are we at today, and what is the what's the plan for the foreseeable future with IBEW and Deal?
So our plan right now is keep moving forward, keep open up the lines. We want to have those conversations with that Electrical Contractors Association. We want to get this deal done. We want our guys back working. We want everybody back making their living, and we want them to get a good rate on top of it. We've seen deals recently with like the drywallers, with sheet metal workers, with the insulators, that some of those guys are getting deals of like $5 a year, which is nowhere close to what we're seeing from our Contractors Association. So we're trying to get a deal that doesn't have to be the exact same as other trades, but we have to be aligned with what other workers are doing in this area. And moving forward, that's our goal, is to try and get something that kind of equates to the job we're doing, the dangers we face every day, and the skills that we've had to learn over the years of our apprenticeship, and then the Red Seals and the experience that we put into this job. So every day now, we do have plans for what we're doing, and we're going to continue our picket lines until we have a new deal. And hopefully, that's something we want to see in the next coming days and next coming weeks. We want to see this done now. We want a contract now.
Well, it is long overdue, and it's well deserved. It's a contract that should be fair, and it should be out there for you. I am in St. John, and I am also the president of the St. John and District Labor Council. I will continue to advocate for you. I will continue to push here on the Members' Voice, and I will make sure that people are aware and they understand the sacrifices that are being made by IBEW 1555, because they understand the severity of this and know that their value is worth a lot more than what is being offered to them.
Yeah, well, when you look at it, right now in the Maritimes, the Moncton electricians are one of the lowest paid electricians in all of the Maritimes.
Yeah.
And we're looking to rectify that and make sure that we get a fair deal. And the biggest thing I want to do is to say a thank you to Chris Watson. I did miss him out on the line yesterday, as well as George Lehman, who's been a big vocal assistant with us as well. We've been doing well, and all of our members are still behind this, and we want to, like I said, we want a deal today, and we want to make this better for everyone. We want to make this an electrical industry better for everyone, not just our members, but everybody that are out there working today.
I challenge those who are not at the table to negotiate a fair deal to IBEW 1555. I think it is time that you go back to the table You give them their worth. You give them what they deserve.
Kind of hard to
And
tell.
we get our guys back to work. Our guys and our gals, they deserve it. They work hard. They show it every day. So I want you to know, James, that we stand behind you in solidarity. We will push for this. We will advocate, and we will continue to let the members' voice and all of the people listening know where you are. And when a deal is reached, we will be proud to announce it on our show and let everyone know.
We appreciate that, Nicholas, and we thank you very much for the support. And we say it to our members as well. Keep strong, hold the line, and we will make this better. Together, we can make it better.
That's right. That was great.
It was, yeah.
And like I said, we do stand with them, and we will make it through, and we will stand together. And you know what? At the end, somebody will be held accountable, and we promise you that we will make it known right here on the Members' Voice, because that's what we do. Now, I don't know how Jason got on that side, and now we're on this side, but I don't like it. I'm always on the left. How that? Got to be the operating system.
No, the guy operating.
No, be nice.
I am being nice.
I want to share a couple comments made during that interview that came through. Again, one from Ellie. I just thought that was so nice right there. You know, it just says so much. And of course, you know, there was the one from Bernie. And yes, we will definitely be sharing this. And James, you know, I goes without saying, you know, how important this stuff is. And we love the fact that we have this platform and we can get the word out, and we will continue to do so. One thing I was just talking to Emily about was perhaps next week we may do a full episode dedicated to BY. And I say that because when we get the interaction is what it's about. When you get the interaction, you know, you're able to talk about more stuff. And we encourage you to not only listen in, but like phone in. Like, you know, you guys have that link. You guys can actually be a part of the conversation. We welcome you all that want to be a part of the conversation. You got a story. We want you to share it. So I just want to throw that out there. And as time is winding down, and I still haven't heard from Matt, I'm not sure if Matt's having an issue, but it was an ongoing trend earlier when everything crashed. And that's why I think, if I may, both of you, I would like to do this episode again next week, but with a little bit more direct just toward BY.
Sure.
I think it deserves it. And I just, how do you both feel about that?
Well, like for me, I think it's a good idea. Like you say, Nick, it's good to put some words, but if we could have like true words about people who know BY, like you say, come on and tell a 1 minute story, some memories and everything. I think it could be great. And again, people who know BY going to be happy to see those memories. And for those who don't know BY a lot, it could be so wonderful to know him through those different kind of story people want to share with us. So for me, I think it's a good idea. It's a good thing to do.
Yeah, I do too. And also, if I may, because I would like to have Jason give a little background on himself. But before we do that, I want to say to anyone who's going to listen to this or is live on the show as we're speaking now, even if you want to do a recording of a memory, or maybe just your
Brief video.
Yeah, a brief video, condolences, anything like that. Do it, send it to Jason or I, and we will make sure that a video package is put up for next Tuesday's show. This would give us a full week to do this show. So if you all want to partake, we encourage you to do so. This is your platform, hence the name, The Members Voice. This show is for you. We're just happen to be the ones that are here that conduct the interviews and conduct the show every week. But this is your show. Make no mistake about it. This show belongs to you. Jason,
Yeah, exactly.
if you would.
Well, for those who don't know me, as they say, my name is Jason St. Omer. So I'm a nursing home worker for the last 22 years, and I'm involved under QP for the last 20 years as many positions. I think the only thing I didn't do is recording secretary. So is a treasure, but again, I did a lot of position under QP, under New Brunswick Council of Nursing Home. I'm first vice president of the New Brunswick Council of Nursing Home Union since 2021. Facilitator for QP since 2023. Like I say, I have a big bag of union stuff behind me. Like I say, the last 20 years. And for those who know me, I have a big passion for music, like 27, 28 years now in music. So I started playing music in the bar before I had the legal age to go have a drink there. But yeah, so I'm big passion about nursing home, about QP stuff and music. I have a big heart. As you see, I love to help people. And when Nick asked me, are you willing to join the team as a kind of a media techie support? I say yes without think, because that's what I love to do. So that's a little bit of my background. I could talk for an hour. For those who know me, you could tell me the word sun and I could talk 3 hours about the sun. So I don't have a hard time to talk. So maybe, Nick, you're going to need to put some break on me sometimes, but that's okay. So again, thanks to Nick and the Members Voice platform to give me that opportunity to bring what I have in my bag and make that platform better with the rest of the team. So thank you again.
Thank you for watching. Remember, our shows are available on YouTube and all major podcast platforms.